Okay guys, we're bringing back Monday Book Club as part of the vlog, and today we're talking about Skaventide, a Warhammer Age of Sigmar novel. This is the novel that starts off the 4th edition of Age of Sigmar and reintroduces the Skaven with new models and this, that and the other, and it's a really good setting and I really enjoy it. But the book, I'm sorry to say that it's taken me since the Skaventide launched to get through it till now. I've been reading it for that long. It was the novel I was reading when my mum passed away, and as a result, it's been a hard read. Not because of what's in the book, because of the connotations to myself that eventually got stuck with it. And it's difficult to try and put that aside sometimes and actually focus on the story. However, I'm going to try and do that here. What we've got is a story about a person who feels abandoned by the world. The world does not care about them. They've been kicked and downtrodden their entire life and always used as a tool for someone else. Meanwhile, we've got another character who has been pulled out of their original life and reforged again and again and again in order to fight endless battles. The war never ends for them because every time they die, they come back. And they both come together needing each other. And by the end of the story, they're needing each other and their different points of view start to intertwine, and they get to understand both themselves, each other, and the world around them and why it's the way it is. And it helps to heal them and get them ready for what comes next. It's a very, very well-written, character-driven story set in a world of endless war. And I thought, actually, once I got through it, it was brilliant. I'm not kidding. This is an incredible story. It starts off as horror with some of the depictions of the Skaven and how they breed. Some of them breed, how they're pulled into this reality from others, and what their point of view is and how they operate while they're here. It's very creepy. One of the best depictions of a proper chaotic, malevolent entity that I've ever read, in fact. So it's really well done. I was recommended it when I bought it, with people saying, oh, this is one of the good ones. And yes, it is. I don't want to spoil what happens, but it's a lot of fights, and every time you think it's got to push into the pinnacle, it ups the ante a little bit more. Not a huge amount, just enough to go, oh, things are getting worse, even though we thought they were about to get better. Every time you get a bit of hope that perhaps they're going to get the upper hand. No. The other side starts to push a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more. There's a recurring line in the book, hope is a lie, and it is woven through the entire story. Not just because people keep saying it or it keeps being repeated by one of the point of view characters, but because it demonstrates it. You hope that they're going to get the upper hand and they might get a breather from the issues that are ongoing. No. Next step, every single part of the way. It is very, very well done. Compellingly written. It makes you want to keep going. The only reason I stopped is because of the associations with my personal life that caused me to end up taking a year to finish it. I'm glad I did push through, though. It is a very, very well written book. I think my mum would have adored it if she was still here, which is another reason why it was so hard for me to get through it. But very good, well recommended. If you like fantasy, you'll like this. If you like Warhammer, you'll like this. If you like a good action-packed horror story with a glimmer of hope in it, you'll like this. Don't just dismiss it as fluff or filler, something that pads out the lore of Warhammer. It's actually a really well-written fantasy story by an author who really knows what he's doing. I highly recommend it. 5 stars out of 5. Okay guys, that's all I've got for you this time. That's the Monday Book Club. Back to the vlog. I'd like to give a big shout out to everyone who supports me on Patreon. Without you guys, I really couldn't continue making all of these shows.
And if you would like to join our fantastic Patreon heroes here, go over to patreon.com/Zoe Kirk-Robinson. It really does help us out. Thank you so much, guys.
Today we're talking about Skaventide, a Warhammer 40,000 novel. No, it's not. Okay, guys, we're bringing back the Monday Book Club as part of the vlog.